Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV Current. I am Mourire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines. 10 governments loses Senate bid shows voters new sophistication. Some children are out of school because they can't pay 80 naira levy. Agitators planning nationwide chaos, destructions of national assets during Easter, civil defense. Many killed in renewed Kutep's Fulani fight in Taraba. And on sport, Nigeria dropped to 6th in Africa, 40th globally. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has observed that the fact that 10 southern state governors lost their senatorial bids shows the sophistication of Nigerian voter when it comes to the choice of leaders. Speaking on Thursday at the presidential villa, when he received the newly installed emir of Dutse, Jigawa state capital, Alhaji Mohammed Amin Nuhu Sanusi, he affirmed that the 2023 elections have proved the growing strength of country's democracy. President Buhari observed that the stunning outcome of 10 governors failing to make it to the Senate meant that there is no longer a guaranteed route to power, and the voter is truly the king when it comes to elections. Assumption is always that you are governor for 8 years and you go to the Senate to crown the career. No one should underrate the Nigerian voter anymore. Politics will be more difficult henceforth, according to a statement by Garba Shehu, Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, after listening to the Emir, who listed several government projects put in place for Jigawa State under the Buhari presidency, and a request for some more. The President promised to do his best for the state in the remaining time left, and to brief the incoming President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on those requests, agreeing with visitors that the particular problem of water supply to the state capital is worrisome. The President told the Emir and members of the Emirate Council who accompanied him, and he and the entire nation will continue to miss his friend, the late Emir Alhaji Nuhu Muhammad Sanusi, saying that he will continue to pray for the repose of the deceased. The Emir and leader of the delegation, Alhaji Mohammed Amin, thanked the administration of Muhammadu Buhari for helping Jigawa State to excel in major rice production, for approving a rail link to Dutse from Kano, and for the restoration of peace to the state, the entire nation, and the neighboring countries that had suffered past insecurity. And to the next story. In an interview on Channels Television, Maryam Uwais, the special advisor to the President Muhammadu Buhari on social investment, revealed that some children in northern Nigeria are out of school because of an 80 naira levy. Uwais blamed Nigeria's increasing population for the country's high number of out-of-school children, which currently stands at 20 million, according to UNESCO data. India, Nigeria, and Pakistan have the highest number of out-of-school children globally, between the ages of 6 and 18. Uwais emphasized the need for state government to take responsibility and reduce the number of out-of-school children. During the interview, Uwais shared an example of how an 80 naira levy was keeping 13 children out of school in northern states. She suggested that the state government should tackle such issues at the local level to ensure that all children have access to quality education. These are hidden levies that impact the ability to go to school, she said. As the government works to address the issue of out-of-school children in Nigeria, Uwais hopes that strategic interventions can be put in place to ensure that every child have access to quality education, regardless of their socio-economic background. Going on to the next story. There are imminent threats by dangerous elements to unleash terror on Nigerians and destroy critical national assets during the Easter period. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has warned there is a need for police to police the nation against activities by dangerous elements planning to cause a breakdown of law and order. Tight security measures must be enforced to prevent emergencies in view of various political agitations and planned protests in different parts of the country, said the security agency in a statement on Wednesday. The Nscdc added, reports have it that some people want to take advantage of the Easter celebration to cause a breakdown of law and order, leading to chaos and destruction of critical national assets in the name of political protests and agitations. It disclosed that 30,000 operatives are on standby to beef up security in the country as Christians celebrate Easter. Nscdc Commandant General Ahmed Audi had also directed the Corps Special Forces to work with regular officers towards each free celebration across the country. Mr. Audi, according to the statement, ordered that all public utilities, flashpoints, worship centers, markets, recreational facilities, shopping malls, parks and gardens, and other crowded locations be adequately guarded. He urged them to effectively secure the nation against threats that may occur during the festive period. And for the next story coming from Taraba. Many people are feared killed in a renewed fight between Kutefs and Fulani herdsmen in Uta, local government area of the Taraba state. Though the real cause of the fight is yet to be known, a source said the Kutefs are accusing Fulani herdsmen of killing and kidnapping their people. This, he said, led to the attack on Fulani herdsmen at Kwe Sati yesterday. The fight, the source said, has spread to Fikieta, where many people were said to be killed. The national president of Kutef Association, Emmanuel Okwen, told Daily Trust in a telephone interview that many people from both Kutef and Fulani herdsmen sides were killed. He said that the area was deserted while the fight was still on and many residential buildings burnt down. The Trust also reports that the paramount ruler of Lisemkwe, Ando Madugu, was attacked and his palace burned by angry youth who accused him of taking side with Fulani herdsmen. The chairman of USA LG, Habeshi Musa, has resigned from his position on the allegation that the state government failed to take action over the killings of innocent people by the Fulani herdsmen in USA. To end the national news is a sports story. Nigeria have dropped 5 places in the latest FIFA men's ranking for the month of February. Information report. Super Eagles were ranked 35th in the world in the ranking released in December, dropped 14 points to 40th. The Eagles' drop in the rankings was largely due to their poor performance in the recently played Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against lowly rated Guinea-Bissau in the month under review. Joseph Pesero's men were conquered by the Wild Dogs in the fourth leg of the encounter, which is double encounter at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, before laboring to a 1-0 win in Bissau in the second leg of a double-header encounter. The 3-time African champions dropped further in Africa as they currently occupy the 6th position. Meanwhile, Morocco's impressive run saw them maintain their #1 spot on the continent and 11th in the world. They are followed by second-place Senegal, who also moved to 1 place in the world to 18th. Tunisia maintained its position as the 3rd best team in Africa and the 28th in the world, while Algeria leapfrogged Egypt to occupy the 4th position in Africa, while also moving 6 places in the world to 34th position. Egypt, who were 39th in the previous rankings, moved up 4 places to be ranked 35th in the world and 5th in Africa. That ends the national news this hour from BGI TV Current. Before we go, some major headlines. 10 governors losing Senate's bid shows voter new sophistication. Buhari. Some children are out of school because they can't pay 80 naira levy. Agitators planning nationwide chaos, destructions of national assets during Easter celebration. Civil Defense says. Many killed in renewed Kutefs Fulani fight in Taraba. And lastly on sport. FIFA rankings, Nigeria dropped to 6th in Africa, 40th globally. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Moriri Rabila Dawa. Jummat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world, and Jummat and Ramadan Mubarak to all of us. May it never be our last in our entire
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.